Hey guys, and welcome back to Churn Farms. It is now late autumn, and just as I was hoping, we are now able to go in and harvest our soybeans. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do today. We've went ahead and taken care of our animals this morning, and we did get a call from the animal dealer that our pigs are ready. They're going to be $1,500 or so, just a shade under $1,600 a head. So that is a really great price. Like I say, we're looking to get about 100. Now, if you look at our bank account and see that we are a little shy of $150,000, which is obviously what we would need if we were going to get 100 pigs. So we're going to need to take out a loan today. And it's going to be a short-term loan because our cornfield is also ready to come in. So the plan is that we harvest our soybeans today and trade in this soybean header or this grain header for a corn header. Harvest our corn tomorrow, and then basically trade in the combine here and the corn header, and then pay off our loan. So we're going to need to we're going to go ahead and take out a full $200,000 loan, I think, because we need to not only get our pigs, but we're also going to go ahead and get a real small tipper. There's a small Brantner tipper, I think, that we're going to look and get. It has a fairly small capacity of just 5,000 liters. But we're going to go ahead and pick that up and just leave that down at the pig area. And I've got my eye on a small Massey Ferguson tractor that we're also going to get. We're just going to use down at the pig area and at the sheep area. So we're going to get a small tractor with some front loader arms and a pallet fork and a bale fork. The bale fork will be for obviously moving our straw for our pigs and for our hay bales for our sheep, and the pallet fork will be for our pallets of wool. We probably won't get the pallet fork right away since we won't have any wool right away, but the idea is that little tractor will just stay down there at the sheep and pig areas and basically service them. We'll continue to use our pickup truck with our water tank on the back to water our animals. So that's a pretty exciting time. And like I said, we're going to have a phone call with the bank here around midday and finalize the loan, so that we can then go ahead and let the animal dealer know that we definitely want to go ahead and have those pigs delivered to our farm. We're not going to pick them up ourselves because it's harvest time and we just don't have the time to waste to spend a day transporting our pigs around when we got beans here to come in and we got corn to come in. So we're going to see if we can't get those delivered. We will have to pay a fairly nice delivery charge, but time is money, and right now I think our time is best spent in the field harvesting, because if you recall, we don't have any commitments for these soybeans. These soybeans are basically free for market sell. As soon as we get a decent price for these beans, we can offload them and of course use that to offset our loan. So that's basically the plan of action for the day. Kind of opening up the field here. Already got our tipper pulled over here with our big Massey Ferguson. Once we get this opened up a little bit, we'll be able to hire a helper to basically cart our grain back and forth, and we're going to basically take manager's choice today, and we're going to basically run the harvester. Watch those trees there. See, we are spreading our soybean chaff down on the ground. Way we can cultivate that in and get whatever little nutrients are left here in the stalks and the stems and the leaves. Put that nutrients back into the ground so that we can once again plant this next year. I think next year we might put sunflowers in this field. This is an alternate color. We are coming up on 3/4 full. What we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and pipe on out, and we're going to park this here for now. And we're going to run back to our Massey Ferguson and bring it around and empty our combine. That's not going to quite fill up. This definitely not going to fill up this tipper. I have it about half full when we do this. Off. But we're going to go ahead and empty out the... oh, here we go. We're going to go ahead and empty the combine out. Basically, that was pretty rough there. So that we don't fill it up as we are, you know, further along and really just up against some hedges where we won't be able to get. So I've noticed Glance is telling me that I've got 71,000, almost 72,000 liters of manure. And I'm not sure if that's just a warning, if that's telling me that I'm close to the maximum capacity of the manure pit, or what that's really telling me. I had kind of thought that the manure pit held a heck of a lot more than that. But maybe I was mistaken. If anyone can shed some light on that for me, that would be awesome. If there is a capacity on the manure pit, maybe how would one know what that capacity is, so that I would know if I need to expedite the either the use or the sell of some manure. I guess we could take some manure down to the BGA to get a little profit off of that. But I'm just curious why I am all of a sudden being notified. I have 71,000, almost 72,000 liters of manure. If that number is significant in any way. And when we get our pigs this evening, we're going to need to feed them We won't have corn until tomorrow, but we do have canola and barley and wheat and potatoes. We'll be able to get them 3 of their 4 food groups right away, and tomorrow we'll be able to feed them corn. They should be fine for one day without corn, since they've got the other food items. If we had the corn header, then we would probably have just started with the corn harvest today, because of the fact that the pigs are going to be coming in. But we don't have the corn header, and there's no real need to acquire the corn header now, when the only field we have left to use this grain header on here is this soybean field. So as I said, we're just going to harvest up this soybean field and today, and put this header on the header trailer, run it down to the store, sell that, and pick up a corn header. I believe the corn header we're going to get is a foldable one, so we won't need a header trailer for that, so we'll be able to sell the header trailer back at hopefully a decent price, given the fact that it's barely been used. We're going to open up a second headland around here just to give our harvester plenty of room to turn. I don't know if we're going to be able to get back to that, get back to the trailer or not. Might cut through here. And then assure that I can get back to our header, or back to our tipper. So I was looking at the field that we planted the oilseed radish in yesterday, and that stuff, it's already popped up out of the ground. That oilseed radish sure does seem to grow awful quick. Oh yeah, we'll be able to get back now. Don't have any problems getting to our tipper. Once we unload this, we'll have the tipper full. Then we'll take a little break and set up our hired worker. Show him where we want to take our grain, and give him some basic instructions. Then we'll be back to our harvesting efforts. Usually we'll probably go ahead and take a break here and get on the phone with the bank and get our loan too while we're at it. Right. Alright, so I'll be right back with you guys. We went ahead and took out a $150,000 line of credit with the bank, and basically leveraged our core soybeans here, and our couple other things to guarantee our line of credit, and we'll be wiring the money to the animal dealer probably around 5 p.m. That's when they said that they'd be ready to bring the pigs over. So we're just going to continue working in the field here. I've talked to our shop, our vehicle shop, and they know exactly what we're looking to get, and are currently working on picking that up and having it delivered. A couple of the items that we wanted, they did not have in stock, so they're going to need to get those. They do know that we do need that stuff by the end of the day, so that is good news. They seem to feel that they're going to be able to satisfy that need. And we've got our hired helper down there. He's going to be helping us unload. In fact, we're going to go ahead and call him on the radio and ask him to go ahead and come on over here. The fact that we're at 50% and we're on the far side of the field, it's going to take him a little bit of time to get over here. And until he gets here, we'll just continue making our rounds. Probably go ahead and put our pipe out just so that he has something to shoot for. The grain here. Spit 2. Oh, I missed it. Okay. Comes. There. Sun glare in the shadows makes it a little hard to see where our header edge is. Oh, here he comes. I hear him. See his shadow. There he is. Loading us quite nicely. Head and get out of cab here so we can see what we're doing. Can't tell this guy that, whoa, what are you doing, buddy? I don't know what he's doing there, but at any rate. I'm going to come over here and pick this back up and get this second headland. Right. Sitting there at 57%. We'll need to call him over before we fill up again, because we won't be able to completely unload on him. Thinking he holds 16,000. We'll need to unload here when we have about 17 or 7,000 liters in our tank. This map really sure has beautied up with the seasons change. Fall or autumn colors bode. I guess the oranges of the hedge, you've got the yellows and the browns and the reds of the trees. Alright guys, well we had a little crash there for some reason. The game just froze on us. Been having a little bit of issue with this map. Freezing, but it had been good for a little bit of time, so I thought maybe maybe the issue had kind of resolved itself, but apparently not. Not really sure what's causing the issues, but from time to time the map will just the game will just freeze and hang. There's nothing in the air logs. Nothing really common about what's going on at the time. This particular time we were harvesting, and we had, of course, our hired helper set up with course play. I've had it crash when we were just driving the pickup truck around without any hired help or any other implement doing anything. I've had it crash when we are when we were doing the forage harvesting, and I had disconnected from the forage harvester head, backed up a little bit, and started to turn to take the full tipper up to the fermentation silo, and it just crashed. Basically just driving the tractor. Had that happen 3 or 4 times actually with the foraging, where I'd just be either driving an empty tipper because I just unloaded it, or driving with a full tipper of chaff. It just hang on me, so not really sure what's going on. When I was driving the tractor with the chaff, it was the John Deere 8530. This time I was in the harvester here. I said other times it's been when I'm in the pickup truck, and it's really no correlation to any one particular thing or action that I'm doing. So that's why when we that's why that field cut where I cut across the field earlier, that's why that's not there anymore. I had saved just before I started harvesting this field, and then of course it crashed, so I had to go back and basically reharvest the field up until the point at which it crashed, and that's when I brought you all in. Taken at this point 2 full cartloads of soybeans to the silo. I guess really there's no reason why we shouldn't just or couldn't just keep on making circles here. I went ahead and took our loan out again. The bank or the store did call me up and said that the tipper is already down at the shop, as are the forks and the loader arms. The tractor is a little bit delayed, but it should be here no later than 7 p.m. this evening. They assured me of that. So, and then as I said, we have our pigs should be getting delivered around 5 p.m. It is almost 4 o'clock here now, so I don't think we're going to be done our harvesting by then. Alright, come on. I don't think this guy's got the... Guys doesn't have the power to take off on this hill, so let's back up. Let's get him going. Turned here, and there we go. Look at that. We had a case where the hill was too steep. We couldn't get the harvester in. We had our accelerator down. We were trying to go, but the harvester just wouldn't take off. So as I said, pigs will show up around 5. I'm hoping we'll be done this field by 7. If not, we may have to halt working on the field so that we can go take care of our pigs and catch back up with this field tomorrow. Just have to wait and see how things work out. Go ahead and he already on his way. He is already on his way. Good. I was going to say we should go ahead and call him on over. I'm going to go ahead and save once he makes his way over here to us. That way we can be reasonably assured I won't have to redo too much work. And just to keep him from driving in the crop, we're going to continue to make circles here. You can definitely tell that it's autumn because it's getting later, or it's getting darker much earlier than it did in the summertime. You know, it's almost 4:30 here. It's a little after 4:30, and it's noticeably darker over here. Of course, we are on the shaded side of the hill, but still, we've got our headlights out. Noticeably darker. Yesterday it was pretty dark by 6:30. Didn't really feel like doing much work past 7:30. Just going to finish out here. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you do, please consider clicking the like button. You have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and think about subscribing. That would be absolutely stellar. I would like to go ahead and say thank you to all of these subscribers. You all are great, and appreciate all of the comments that you all give, and I look forward to reading your comments. So please don't hesitate to let me know what you think. If there's anything you'd like to see us do here on the farm, if there's anything that you think maybe we're being a little bit too repetitive on, just let me know. I do know that version 1.1 of this map should be out very soon. If it's not already out by the time this video airs. I am recording this a little bit in advance. But at any rate, one of the changes that was made to this update that I forgot to mention the other day was that if you recall, on field 15, we had some wildflowers growing through the field that when we mowed, they obviously did not go away. They just kind of stayed there. If we would have plowed that field, well, we did plow the field, didn't we? I guess when we plowed the field, you know, those flowers stayed there also. So that obviously looks kind of odd. But that's been corrected in the new edition. So there won't be indestructible wildflowers in your fields. Regretfully, we've already finished our work there. Well, I guess we fertilized the other day, and I didn't bring it up then. I should have thought to mention it then, because that was when we were on that field. And request our driver to come on over here. So by the time he gets over here, we will probably be close to having a full load. At least a full load for him. So, as I said, until next time, guys, happy farming.